Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Rep. Devin Nunes, the deep state scheme backfired. The Ukrainian scandal will be the end of Joe Biden campaign. The Gateway Pundit reports that Rep. Devin Nunes, the ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, joined Maria Bartiromo on Sunday Morning Futures this morning. Rep. Nunes told Maria Bartiromo that it looks like the latest deep state scheme backfired on Democrats. The deep state wanted to hurt Trump by leaking his private call to the Ukrainian president. Instead of the focus today is on Joe Biden and his son's likely criminal acts in Ukraine. Take a look.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the president repeatedly asked his Ukrainian counterpart, to investigate Joe Biden's son. Joining us right now is Republican Congressman from California, Devin Nunes. He is the ranking member of the House Intel Committee. He also sits on the House Ways and Means Committee. And Congressman, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Great to be here with you in person.
Thanks so much for joining us. So you're going to be there. Obviously, you're the ranking member of Intel. What are you expecting from Joseph Maguire?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his thoughts are as to why this information should not be provided to Congress. Most people believe is because it was a privileged conversation that the president had with another foreign leader, which historically we've never received those. Now, I'm all for receiving privileged conversations that our leaders are having with foreign leaders, as long as we're going to get all the conversations that happened between Vice President Biden and the Ukrainians, Barack Obama and Putin, Barack Obama and all the other world leaders. So this really opens Pandora's box. If it's going to be game for the legislative branch of government to get all these privileged conversations that our leaders have, it needs to be more than just President Trump. We need to get all the conversations that our leaders have with foreign leaders.
I mean, once again, you put on, MSNBC or CNN, and it's all about this. Once again, the media is all over this as if the president did something improper. Did the president do anything improper?
Right. This has all the hallmarks of the Russia hoax, right? It's the same. Let's just go through it. Something leaks out that there's something bad that happened. And then it's the same reporters that report on it, the same exact reporters that reported on the Russia hoax report on it. Then you move forward, and what happens? Then supposedly they come and testify the night before they testify. Then this whistleblower, who supposedly doesn't want anybody to know who this person is or what information they have, well, it's spilled all over the pages of the Washington Post the day before the for the ICIG, the Inspector General for the Intelligence Community, comes in and briefs us.
Yeah.
So it looks, whoever came up with this scheme, because it looks like it was somebody trying to deflect what Biden did back in 2015. Okay, he's definitely got some questions that he needs to answer as to what was he doing talking to the Ukrainian leadership at the time when his son has a contract. We want to get to the bottom of that also. But this scheme seems to have backfired on Biden. I mean, Biden's already dropping in the polls, and this probably could be the end.
It probably is a tough subject for Biden to even go to because of these conflicts. We know that his son also took a plane trip on his plane, the vice president's plane, when he went to China. And then he got $1 billion from the Chinese government.
Right. There's a lot, like the left knows that Biden's son is a problem for him. This is why when Hillary Clinton was running, these stories first originated back when Hillary Clinton was trying to make sure that Biden didn't get in the race. So now that these have been resurrected, I don't know who came up with the scheme. Maybe there really is. This whistleblower is not a partisan. I mean, we want to hear from that whistleblower, but it sure looks like the scheme is backfired. And this, like I said, I think this is probably the end of Biden's campaign.
End of his campaign.
I really do. I don't think. I mean, not that he's still formidable. He still has a block of support.
Yeah.
But if you look, his lead is basically down to zero. If you look what happened in Iowa now, it looks like Elizabeth Warren is in the lead.
Like I stated in a previous post, I think this whole thing was probably orchestrated by President Trump to troll the media, because they're not going to talk about Biden and his connections with China and how and what he did in the Ukraine with with his son, getting his son that oil deal when his son knows nothing about oil, and also the threatening of the Ukrainian government to pull funds if they don't fire the prosecutor that was looking into the shady dealings and stuff that Hunter Biden was getting into over there in the Ukraine. And so I think the media wasn't talking about it. It's been going on for 5 years. The media hasn't talked about it, and I believe that Trump basically just trolled. He just trolled the media with this by having someone leak that he spoke to the Ukrainian president. That's what I believe of the whole thing. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Till next time. We live in a Ukrainian nightmare. We live in a Ukrainian nightmare.